I remember stories from when I was younger. Tales of when the Empire grew vengeful and hunted the clans to the point of extinction. There were masters of deception, spies without equal, warriors of extraordinary ability. This is the legend of a brave few who fought to change the course of history and end the time of woe and terror. Our story begins at the Wooden Dojo.
Hi, I'm Onishi Taya. You can call me Ishi, or Taya, whatever, I'll answer to either. I'm not really from anywhere, but I've been everywhere. I grew up in a traveling circus with my mother. I've always been kind of small, so I got into all sorts of trouble, so Mom put me into her act to keep me busy. She's a dancer and an acrobat, the best I've ever seen. I wanted to be just like her, and I caught on to her moves pretty quick. I started performing with her when I was about 5, and a few years later she took me aside to say that I was ready to learn a special routine. She called it the blazing dance, and she said it came from our people's ancestors, ninja who crossed the Great Desert to come to the Empire. Mom taught me the dance and told me to never perform it in public. Something about the Empire wanting all the ninja dead? I didn't really understand it at the time, but I wish I had. I mean, what could be so bad about a dance? After I got really good at the blazing dance, my mom was sick one night, and the circus owner, a man I just knew as Nori, said I should perform on my own for the night. Mom wished me luck as I went onto the stage in front of the crowd without her. I did a solo routine that she used to do from memory, improvising a little here and there, and the audience liked it, but I wanted a bigger response. So I did the blazing dance. The crowd went wild. It was exhilarating. I didn't know it at the time, but I just sealed my fate, and my mother's. Nori congratulated me on such a great show, but my mom had been watching from the wings, and she was so mad that she said I had to be sent away. Someone would report it, she said. Someone bring us up to the Empire, she said. I didn't want to go. My mother in the circus was all I had ever known. Days went by as she argued with Nori, but he didn't want to let me go since I'd drawn bigger crowds the next day, and the next. I didn't do the blazing dance again, since I was afraid my mom would be even angrier than before. Then my mother's fears came true, and the Imperial troops came looking for me. They showed up one evening after my mom and I had started performing again, and stopped the show. A man was with them, who must have seen me that first night. He pointed at me and yelled, "It's her! I saw her use the jutsu! She's one of them!" I'd never heard that jutsu word before then, but the guards moved forward like they meant something to them, and the audience scrambled out of their path. That's when my mother told me to run to the Wuji Theater in the northeast and push me backstage. I looked back and saw her begin to dance. She never showed me this one before, and I barely managed to tear my eyes away from her as she moved, almost seeming to make her own music. I ran like she told me. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I haven't seen my mother since then. I don't know if she was captured or if she was killed. I may never know. I found Nori before the guards got to him and told him what happened. He put me in a cart and wheeled me out of the grounds to safety. Together we went northeast to find this theater my mother had told me about. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think he blamed himself for what happened to my mom. I was too busy blaming myself to care. After reaching the Wuji Theater and proving that I was at least a little trained by performing the blazing dance, they let me in and I started training with them, learning how to fight and do other dances they also call jutsu. I trained like that for years, hoping to learn enough to get out into the world and also find my mom. A few years ago, I was sent to work with other ninja as a sleeper agent in different cities in the Empire. I always kept my ear to the ground for news of my mom or the circus, but I haven't heard anything yet. Then, I got this message to meet in Danketsu. It said I'd be working to get people out of the biggest Imperial prison. Maybe my mom will be one of them. Needless to say, I took the job.